A new-look Joe Frazier tries to revenge his earlier humiliation at the hands of George Foreman. New York, 15th of June, 1976.
Here we are, smoking Joe Frazier in the white shorts against big George Foreman in the red shorts. The return match between these two big, hard-punching heavyweights. And already we can see a difference in Joe Frazier tonight. Smoking Joe, after the weigh-in, cut off his hair, shaved his head, calls himself the Black Kojak tonight. The first time he's looked like this. His normal style is to go piling in. He's a bit more cautious tonight because last time when he did that, he paid the consequences. So Foreman steadily plodding after Joe Frazier. Frazier moving around the ring, keeping his hands down. He's going to try and avoid those big scything punches from big George Foreman. There you can see those winding, long punches that caused all the damage last time. And Frazier's trapped on the ropes here. Foreman goes piling in. Joe is trying to avoid most of those punches by bobbing and weaving, which so far he's doing successfully. Perhaps he saw Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman with the rope-a-dope, hanging on the ropes and coming back off the ropes to throw blistering punches. At the moment, Frazier is trying to weather the early expected storm from big George Foreman. Both these boys are former Olympic champions. Foreman won the gold medal at heavyweight in 1968, Frazier in 1964. They're both former world heavyweight champions. Both have lost to Muhammad Ali. "27-year-old Foreman here patiently picking Frazier off. Frazier isn't doing very much at the moment. He's looking at his man, making sure that he doesn't suffer what he did before.
How many seconds? 25.
Foreman's patient in his build-up here, and there you see he's pushing Frazier away, something that before the fight Frazier's cornerman complained about. Frazier's taking chances there, keeping his hands down, but he's also keeping well out of distance. And Frazier tries to throw a sneak right hand. Don't think it landed correctly. He goes for the body there with a left hook. But Foreman keeps his composure. He knows he can do what he's done before. All he's got to do is trap Joe Frazier on the ropes. And there goes the bell to end the first round. In Frazier's corner, the famous Eddie Futch, his manager, who pulled him out at the end of 14 torrid rounds in the Thrilla in Manila against Muhammad Ali.
I got it good!
The referee tonight is Harold Valan, and we're fighting under New York rules, which is on the round scoring system, and if there are 3 knockdowns in a round, the fight is automatically called over. And we're coming up to the second round. Referee Valan removes some debris from the ring. Last minute instructions for Joe Frazier. Again, Frazier is keeping his distance. He's trying to slip under Foreman's ramrod of a left jab. Foreman's got one of the best left jabs in the business. It's not fast, but it is hard. It's like a telegraph pole. And there's the famous Joe Frazier left hook, the one that floored Muhammad Ali. That's what he's counting on tonight. He's trying to throw the left hook over Foreman's right glove. It's Joe bobbing and weaving, slipping a lot of those punches. There's the left hook again. Oh, and a thudding right from Foreman. He brings his right hand up from the hip. It's a sort of half uppercut, but it's very effective. Very effective on the shorter man. Frazier fights back. Sounds as though the crowd are very much on Frazier's side here tonight. 10,000 of them packed into the Nassau Coliseum in New York. And Foreman again whipping in that right uppercut. Frazier's avoiding a lot of these punches, but a few are getting through, and they hurt. They're big punches. There's that left hook. He's coming back with that left hook every time. He's trying to sucker Foreman onto the left hook. Foreman is like a brick wall. He's standing there. Nothing seems to move him. He doesn't like to take a step backwards. A lot of pressure from George Foreman here. He's taken the first round. He's doing all the work in the second round. He's teeing off. Perhaps Frazier is hoping that George Foreman will run out of gas like he did in Kinshasa, Zaire against Muhammad Ali. Foreman is notorious for running out of steam after about 6 rounds. If Frazier can stay in there with him, then over the 12-round distance, we don't know what will happen. Good left jab from Frazier there. He's the shorter man by about 4 inches. He's got less reach, so getting in with the left jab means he's got to take the risk, get in closer, and there he might be exposed to Foreman's huge bombs. One of the hardest punching heavyweights who's ever existed. Frazier's dropped his hands, retreated to the ropes. This is danger for him here, and there's that left hook again. You can see what he's trying to do. It's his favourite punch. End of the second round. Frazier's had 32 wins out of his 35 fights, 3 losses. 2 to Muhammad Ali, 1 to George Foreman. He's had a fantastic career. Tonight's fight, there are 2 judges as well as the referee. Judges Artie Idella and Tony Castellano will be scoring at the end of this fight if it goes the distance. There you can see them working on Joe Frazier in his corner. Whistle goes for the cornerman to get out. And Frazier's left on his own to face Big George Foreman. Third round now. And can Frazier stay out of danger? Can he start to score with those left hooks? Can he push Foreman backwards? Big George is cool, he's calculating, he's in control. Frazier is bobbing, keeping his head moving, trying to avoid those punches. That left jab, snaking out, wrapping out. The big uppercut misses. Frazier tries a left hook in the right hand, jabs Foreman in the face. But Foreman doesn't seem to worry about being punched. He can just walk through these jabs. He can walk through any punches that Frazier can try. He's supremely confident tonight. Neat right hand and another and a left hook, and Frazier is on the ropes. Those punches hurt. He comes back with a left hook. Booming left to the body from George Foreman, and another one. Wide swinging punches. These are huge punches, but they hurt. They hurt terribly. Frazier's trying to bob and weave. He's keeping his gloves in front of his face, trying to weather the storm. He's got to move off those ropes, but he's trapped there by Foreman's strength and his punches. Another booming right to the body. Foreman's trying the softening up process. Long sweeping punches to the body. They don't look much, but they certainly hurt, and they slow down a fighter, take away his stamina, take away his breath. Foreman keeps the punches coming. He's hardly taken a backward step in this fight. Frazier's breathing heavily, concentrating on keeping out of danger, hoping that Big George will walk into a left hook or a right hand. Shouts of get off the ropes to Frazier. It's easier said than done when you've got a huge man in front of you like that. In the middle of the ring, Foreman manhandles Frazier. Referee Harold Villan warns him for that. There's much pre-match discussion about Foreman pushing and pulling Frazier around. His cornerman didn't like it. There was also a big argument about the size of the gloves. Unusually, Foreman's wearing 8.5-ounce gloves. Frazier's got 8-ounce gloves on. A low left hook by George Foreman there. All the time, Frazier is under pressure, and he's taking enough booming punches. At the end of the third round there, he goes back to his corner.
George Foreman tonight. George Foreman.
Into the fourth round now, and everybody's shouting from ringside, it's all George Foreman, and it certainly is tonight. All George Foreman, 27-year-old Foreman, 41 wins out of 42 contests, only the loss to Muhammad Ali. A huge man, one of the biggest punchers that we have seen. Foreman accused Frazier of quitting last time out when they fought in Kingston, Jamaica. A very unfair accusation because Joe Frazier has never quit in his life, and already Foreman can see that he's not prepared to quit tonight. Frazier is keeping to the centre of the ring in this fourth round. He's probably lost the first three because Foreman has jabbed him, moved him, hurt him on the ropes. Long right hand catapults Frazier into the ropes, but he comes back with a great left hook. Even then, Foreman doesn't seem to move from the punch. He's impervious to these punches. Little stumble by Joe there. Something on the canvas. These canvases get very wet from the corners where the fighters are doused in water. Foreman now just pecking away, trying to set Joe Frazier up for the big finishing punch. Frazier staying in there, moving in closer now, trying to stop Foreman's leverage, but you can see what happens. Foreman just pushes him away. Frazier jabs him with a nice jab, snaps Foreman's head back. The expression on George Foreman's face never changes. Another left hook. That one doesn't connect. Foreman prods away with the left hand. That left hook certainly connects, but again, doesn't really hurt Foreman, although that one snaps him a little bit. Frazier's going for it a bit more in this round. He's decided he's got to work harder. He's got to start imposing his will on Big George Foreman. That left hook misses. He's backed into the ropes here, watching, trying to avoid the punches. He slips two punches there, moves in. Foreman waiting for him, catching him with short uppercuts as he comes in, steadily working him over. That right hand goes right through Frazier. Jabs nicely with the left hand. Foreman is quieter in this round. Frazier's doing more of the work. He's trying to jab, trying to get George Foreman to slow down a little bit. Foreman, his hands round his waist, bringing up that right hand, and another right hand catches Frazier. Frazier watching. That left hook catches Foreman on the side of the head. Foreman takes it well, and it's the end of the fourth round. Here we come for the fifth round. The fifth round, Frazier's already gone 3 rounds further than he did in Jamaica. That left hook catches Foreman. Slight trickle of blood from Joe Frazier's nose at the end of that fourth round. He's taking punishment, but he's staying in there well. Frazier probably shared the 4th round because he punched and landed far more punches than he had in the first 3. But Big George Foreman is well on top in this return of the big battle of the big heavyweights. That left hook to the body certainly hurt, as did that. Foreman concentrating on the body now, putting the pressure on Joe Frazier. Frazier tries a desperation right hand, but he's trapped on the ropes. Foreman's working him over in this round. He's stepped up his work rate again. The left hook goes in. And another left hook. Sweeping right hands are missing, but eventually they'll land. Frazier is hurt there. He nearly loses his mouthpiece. Foreman's really ploughing him with the hooks, and that left hook on Frazier's down. He's down. He's up quickly on his feet. He's got to take the mandatory 8 count from referee Harold Valan. He's spitting blood. He looks in desperate trouble here, Joe Frazier, as he lolls into the ropes. Valan waves George Foreman in here. Frazier manages to get his gloves up, but the left hooks come in and the right hand. And Foreman's really going for it now. Oh, Joe Frazier collapses in the corner. Down for the 2nd time in the 5th round. One more knockdown and the fight is automatically over.
7.
He's up at 7. He's lolling in the corner. Surely they're not going to let him go on here. Referee Valan, and there's Frazier's manager, Eddie Fudge. He stopped the fight. He doesn't want to see his man beaten anymore. Joe Frazier has lost in a dramatic 5th round stoppage to George Foreman. Let's see the finish here. That left hook staggered Frazier, another one pulled in, and the right hand clips him. Another left hook. These punches are raining in. The left hook and a right hand. Foreman's putting the pressure on. Another left hook and a crushing right hand. And there's Frazier down in the corner. Referee Harold Valan takes him to his corner to be consoled by his cornerman. That surely must be the end of Joe Frazier's career now. And here's the winner, George Foreman, surely one of the hardest punching heavyweights who's ever lived.